Do what?
I say I'm proud of it.
Oh. You didn't time me, did you?
It was getting ready to go off. I think. Come on.
I could talk some more if you want me to.
No, I think that we're right along.
That'll do.
Okay. Our next presenter would be Jessica St. Gregory from the Lincoln County High School senior class. Ms. St. Gregory, are you an officer of the senior class? Or
Yeah, I'm student council president.
you're president? That's what I thought you probably had a title. We wanted to make sure you
We're here regarding the 2014 graduation.
Would you like to introduce these gentlemen with you, or would they like to introduce themselves?
I'm Nick Brown.
Okay. Go ahead. Thank you.
Tradition, a simple word with so much meaning. Throughout high schools in the nation, they all have established different types of traditions that make their schools unique. In the spring of 2013, our county was audited by the State Board of Education, and one of their main concerns was that at Lincoln County High School, tradition is lacking. The class of 2007 started a tradition which should be continued and honored by the following graduating classes, which is graduating on Memorial Day weekend. The class of 2014 has taken it upon ourselves to keep this tradition alive. We took an initiative to get our class together and take a vote to determine the other opinions of our classmates, and the majority came through with a vote to get graduation set back a week to May 24th, 2014 at 6:00 p.m. on the Lions Club field in Hamlin. The senior class voted with an 89.4% favor of that decision. We understand that the week prior to Memorial Day weekend is West Test Week, and that senior attendance is poor during said week. Having graduation practice the week of West Test would make senior attendance mandatory. Seniors would not cause a disruption to the test taking of other students because we are concealed in the gym or commons area away from all testing sites. Another important factor to setting graduation back a week is that on Memorial Day weekend, it gives the extra day to travel. Holding graduation in the evening Saturday could allow families to travel on Saturday and still be able to attend graduation, then spend time with their graduate Sunday, and then travel home on Monday. It is more convenient to families that live out of state and want to see their family members celebrate one of their biggest achievements so far in their life. Since the consolidation of the 4 middle schools in the county, Lincoln County High School has not experienced the feeling of being one. Although we claim that we are one family, the tradition to keep the feeling that is lacking. Starting new traditions needs to be the main focus within the school. If we follow the tradition of graduating on Memorial Day weekend, that is one thing the following classes can follow, making it a big part of being a senior at Lincoln County High School. Starting the tradition will evolve into more. On behalf of the senior class at Lincoln County High School, we would like to thank you for your time and consideration of our proposal about graduation. We look forward to the rest of our senior year with the support of the Board of Education and look forward to making a fun, exciting last year at Lincoln County High School. We respect your decision and would like to thank you for your consideration.
Thank you very much. You gentlemen have anything to say, or we don't let the lady do the talking?
I'm basically going to sum up everything she just said.
Okay. You're right here.
Okay, so LCHS graduation, class of 2014. This is the year for which we have anxiously awaited. Over the past 12 years, we have grown so much academically, physically, socially, and cognitively. We have always dreamed of the day that we would be seniors in high school. And now we will leave our individual mark on LCHS and move on to bigger and better things. So we are ready and prepared for a new world of opportunity provided by Lincoln County Schools. We want to celebrate and always remember where we built our academic foundation. On behalf of the senior class, we would like to thank you for providing us with the basic tools to success. So we need you. There's no question to it that graduation is a huge milestone that should be remembered in the best way possible. This day represents all of our nights that we stayed up late studying, doing homework, and participating in extracurricular activities, truly giving our all in every way we knew how. We gave it our best, and now we need you to help us make this day special to our class. So currently, graduation is set for May 31st. In previous years, graduation has always been set on Memorial Day weekend, and this has been a tradition at Lincoln County High School. So let's keep that tradition alive. Having graduation on Memorial Day weekend allows students who have family out of town time to travel. We do not want anyone's day to be ruined because those closest to them cannot make it to see them walk across the stage. The graduating Panthers this year have pride like you have never seen before. So let's keep our tradition and maintain that sense of pride. And recent school audits show concerns in lack of school traditions, so let's prove them wrong. Your concerns are covered. Today we are here expressing ourselves. We are thanking you for helping us get where we are today. We have also talked about pride, tradition, and our own determinations. Recently, protests and controversy at Lchs may seem a little disheartening. I understand. But let's keep an open mind here. A small group of protesters disrupting the educational process are not a representation of the entire senior class. We are hard-working, goal-oriented students ready to leave a mark on our school and have the graduation that we deserve. The benefits. Now that we have addressed some concerns you may have, let's talk about how moving the date of graduation benefits everyone. Seniors do not participate in West Test Week, but we understand the test's significance, and in no way would we want to interfere. We would like to move graduation to May 24th at 6 p.m., which is during West Test Week. The school typically sees a drop in senior attendance this week. However, with graduation practice being a mandatory event, senior attendance would not be a problem. Having practice in the gym away from classes would not pose any threat to the concentration of students. And besides the attendance, the date and time have worked well in prior years with evening temperature and, of course, the date in general. Before this meeting today, we took a vote amongst the senior class about the graduation. Some students wanted graduation to be held in an arena out of county, which would be costly. As Panthers, we came together and determined the best option for our class. We did not want the school to have to spend the extra money to graduate outside of the county. We wanted to graduate here in Lincoln County where memories have been made. We also opted for the evening time due to last year's success. And the change of graduation to May 24th at 6 p.m. was a decision made by 89.4% of the senior class. So now we would like to thank you. Please help us make this day that we have been waiting for special and keep our tradition alive. We thank you for your time today and hope you consider what is best for the seniors of Lincoln County. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you guys have any other questions or concerns that you'd like to talk about?
We're going to probably have a couple of comments to make. But is there anything else at this time y'all want to say, or you may want to react to some things that we say? We'll have a little dialogue here if you wish. I don't think anyone here disagrees with any of the things you all said. We understand the tradition of having it as it has been on Memorial Day weekend. We understand it's worked quite well the last couple of years when we've had it outside, and thankfully the weather's cooperated to fill again this year. So we understand, where you're all coming from, and certainly if we could, I think we would like to do that. But I don't know if anyone has shared with you that really this is something that's beyond our control as a local board of education. The state graduation policy that dictates all our schools in West Virginia does not permit students to graduate sooner than 5 days before the last instructional day for all students. So when I first discussed this, when I knew what you all were coming for, so I wanted to get a little background. I spoke to Mr. Newkill, and he's the one that shared with me what the state policy is on graduation. And right now, the last day for students is scheduled to be on June the 3rd. Well, that's just 2 days prior to the 31st, the day that you all would be proposing. And so that would not keep us in alliance with the state policy. We'd be violating state board policy to do that. So others may have some comments to make. So even though we would like, because I know I agree with you 100% on coming in from, people oftentimes are in for Memorial Day weekend that aren't here typically, maybe throughout the year, and they come in to visit family and all, it gives them a chance to do that. It's usually a longer weekend, so if they want to come in for the graduation, it might be a little bit easier for them to get off work, or maybe they're off work on Monday, all those kind of things. But once again, we're in a position here that to permit that would put us in violation of state board policy. Yes.
You said it would be 2 days.
Yes. Well, right now,
Must be within 5 days?
no graduation or release of seniors earlier than 5 days prior to the end of the instructional calendar for all students. Am I right, Jack? Mr. Mickey, of course, is the one that I spoke to about this. But, yeah, right now it's June the 3rd, so that's when all students will be dismissed for the year. So you only have 2 instructional days, Monday, June the 2nd, and June the 3rd. And it would have to be, no earlier than 5 days before that they would graduate. See, these are actually days, and these are
If you backed it up and made it 24th, that's going to leave 7 instructional days remaining in the school time. And that's what the issue
So
is.
we have to count the 26th also, Memorial Day?
No, just the instructional days.
Okay, so we
We
got,
don't have the calendar here.
we got Monday and Tuesday, 2nd and 3rd. And we got Tuesday through Friday, which is 4. We're actually be 6 days.
6 days.
If we do it on Memorial Day weekend, it'd be 6 days early. And that's not the 1 day.
Could we ask the state board for a waiver for 1 day?
I agree with this, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's always been on Memorial Weekend, and I would love to see it stay there. And I do realize a lot of people do travel to come to see their loved ones graduate. If we could get away with that, would be wonderful.
the sentiments of the board to try to purchase it. Once again, we are in agreement with what you're wanting, and we could get a waiver from the State Department of Education, or permit us to do that, and permit you all to do that. I don't think, Mr. Snyder, would that pose you all any problems as far as your planning?
No, sir. As a matter of fact, I was going to ask, would you like our LSIC to be part of that waiver? Would you like for us to write the waiver through our LSIC? That possibility?
We could do it in use, and maybe.
Probably, yes, that they will, I'm sure,
Sure.
want one from me.
Yes, sure.
But a supporting letter would be,
I can do that.
greatly appreciated.
I will do that.
Okay.
No, is it too late to change the last day of school?
Yeah. Because the way the calendar and the guidelines for the calendar are written, there are days that we have within the calendar right now due to weather conditions may change as well. Some of the days that we have, they're pretty strict. Of course, we had a committee to look at the calendars and vote, and then we had to submit it to the State Department for their approval. So I think we did have to make a change, did we not, Mr. McKee, this year?
Like 2, 3 revisions to the calendar.
He wants that they received it, so.
I was just wondering, you got Thanksgiving Day.
Well, now, everybody, if you want to go into all of this, you're getting into a whole other ballgame there. That's what makes it so difficult with the school calendar, the restrictions they have, and then if you're going to have a week for Thanksgiving break and at least a week or more for Christmas, and you're going to have spring break, it really makes all these things hard to do. But I don't think we can act on that now, but if it's the board's, if that's what y'all like to do, we could have sometimes there are things that prohibit you from doing it, but occasionally there are ways of getting around that if you go through the proper channels. So I think that's what we will attempt to do. We meet again on the 30th, and the board will ask for a waiver from the State Department on our calendar that withdrawal ask. If they grant it, I think you're going to see all of us be in favor of it. Anything else you'd like to say?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, and it never hurts to